Wait a minute. Did Chantel Christie just throw her mom, Jackie Christie, under the bus right in the middle of a courtroom, and with leaked audio to back it up? Buckle up, because this drama is juicier than a love and hip-hop reunion meltdown. Imagine Jackie, ever the queen of poise and unpredictability, confidently perched in court, only to be rocked by Chantel's explosive audio reveals, enough to make even the judge do a double take. Yes, this is real audio, in a real courtroom, with real drama unfolding. Has this family feud officially turned into all-out legal warfare? But seriously, how did we get here? Is this the result of years of simmering resentment, or a bold move to finally break free from Jackie's looming presence? And what exactly did those leaked tapes reveal that's got everyone, from gossip blogs to basketball wives, in a frenzy? One moment, Jackie's preaching peace on Instagram, and the next, she's getting dragged by her own daughter right in front of a judge. So what did Chantel actually expose? Is there a darker truth Jackie's been keeping under wraps? And could this be the tipping point that topples the entire Christie dynasty? Stay close, because what's coming might just rattle the foundation of their legacy. The courtroom doors fly open, and in walks Jackie Christie, reality TV's reigning drama queen, radiating her trademark confidence. But something's different. Today. The buzz, the cameras, the larger-than-life persona, it all feels off. Because this time, it's not a performance. It's real. Chantel Christie, her own daughter, has chosen this moment to flip the script. And how? By dropping explosive audio clips. Not just juicy behind-the-scenes chatter, these are incriminating recordings, the kind that could bring Jackie's entire empire crashing down. Sounds wild, right? But here's the kicker. These tapes aren't tabloid fodder. They're key. Evidence in a legal storm that's turned the Christie family into a courtroom spectacle. Let's pause and really unpack the chaos unraveling here. Jackie Christie, known for her reality TV dominance, headline-grabbing presence, and no-filter personality, has always thrived under the spotlight. From her outrageous stunts on Basketball Wives to her tangled ties with castmates, controversy has been her brand. But beneath the glam and spectacle, something more volatile was brewing. A family dynamic on the edge of collapse. At the heart of Jackie's empire was control, especially over her daughter, Chantel. She shaped her, branded her, tried to make her an extension of herself. But now, Chantel's breaking free, in the most explosive, public way imaginable. This isn't some sudden family blow-up. It's the eruption of years-long tension finally reaching its breaking point. For ages, there have been murmurs, leaked messages, subtle grievances from Chantel about living in her mother's shadow. Jackie, ever the image architect, carefully spun a tale of family perfection, all while using her daughter as a prop in her personal brand. But Chantel's silence has officially run out. This courtroom isn't just a legal setting, it's the war zone where she's ready to lay bare the truth. And if we rewind a bit, one thing becomes clear. Jackie and Chantel may share blood, but their bond has long been poisoned by toxicity. In the public eye, they've smiled for cameras, posed as the picture-perfect family, and played their roles with polished precision. But behind the scenes, the reality was far grimmer. Jackie, infamous for her controlling ways, had a tight grip on Chantel's public persona, dictating her words, her wardrobe, even her demeanor. It wasn't just about being Jackie's daughter, it was about performing as Jackie's flawless creation. And then there's Doug Christie, Jackie's ever-present husband. Quiet, loyal, and oddly distant in all this chaos. While he's always appeared supportive in public, the whispers around their marriage paint a different picture. Some claim he's long known about Jackie's manipulations. Others believe he's chosen silence, enabling her by simply looking the other way. But in this unfolding saga, Doug's position is more questionable than ever. Not long ago, the Christie family seemed untouchable, surrounded by wealth, fame, and the illusion of unity. But the moment Chantel broke her silence, that illusion began to crack wide open. It was like a dam bursting. Once she spoke out, there was no turning back. So what shifted? What drove Chantel to publicly betray her own mother? That's where the audios come into play. Pushed to her limit by Jackie's relentless control, Chantel made a daring choice. She started recording hidden conversations, volatile arguments, explosive moments between mother and daughter, all secretly captured and now dangerously public. These weren't just harmless family talks. Far from it. These recordings peeled back the curtain on Jackie's true nature. In one particularly jarring clip, Jackie is heard lashing out at Chantel. "You'll never be anything without me. I made you who you are today." Brutal, right? That kind of verbal blow leaves scars, and Chantel wasn't about to let it slide anymore. But the real shock came when those audios echoed through a courtroom. Picture it, Jackie Christie clinging to her calm, collected image, forced to sit silently as the judge hits play and the courtroom listens, stunned. No more masks, no more spin, just the raw, unfiltered Jackie, manipulative, domineering, and cold. And the public? They're glued to every detail. In one especially damning moment, Jackie is allegedly heard telling Chantel, "If you want to make it in this world, you'll need to keep your mouth shut and follow my lead. You'll never be as powerful as me." If that doesn't send a chill down your spine, what will? This isn't just a family spat. It's a full-blown power struggle, with Jackie pulling the strings and Chantel finally cutting herself loose. But Jackie's not alone in this tangled mess. Doug Christie, Chantel's father, finds himself pulled into the spotlight too. Insiders say Doug has been quietly encouraging Chantel to speak her truth. One source even claims he told her, "You need to get the truth out there. She's been using you, controlling you. It's time the world sees the real Jackie." Sounds like a protective father, right? But let's not forget, Doug's got his own secrets lurking in the shadows. Whispers are swirling that Doug and Jackie may have been in cahoots, covering up financial missteps behind the scenes. Could Doug be more than just a silent bystander, possibly complicit in the web of deception that built the Christie family brand? With the audio leaks out in the open, Jackie's been scrambling to patch up her crumbling public image. Her PR team is working overtime to shift the narrative, but it's too late. The courtroom tapes spoke louder than any press release ever could. Jackie's polished persona is in pieces, and the public's no longer buying the perfect family. Online, it's chaos. Fans and critics alike are reposting clips, making memes, and flooding timelines with commentary. Hashtags like Jackie exposed and Nachan Chantel takes over are trending as millions tune in to the downfall of a reality TV titan. What started as a courtroom battle has morphed into a full-blown media circus. Jackie, once the center of attention, is now the target of public scrutiny. The spotlight she used to control has turned harsh and unforgiving. Can she recover, or is this the collapse of the Christie empire? And then there's the question everyone's asking: what's next for Chantel? She's the one who set this reckoning in motion. Could Chantel become the new face of the Christie name? Or is she simply leveraging her mother's downfall to carve out her own spotlight? Whatever her motive, one thing is undeniable: Chantel. Christie has transformed from the silent, compliant daughter into the woman who dismantled an empire. And now, let's dive into the scandal itself, because the real chaos is only just beginning. Those courtroom tapes, just the surface. As the case unfolds, deeper layers are being unearthed: lavish spending, shady finances, and signs of corruption that suggest the Christie empire was built on a shaky foundation of deceit. And let's not dress it up. This is no longer just a messy family squabble. This is about money, influence, and control. The audio recordings revealed emotional abuse, but the real ticking time bomb is the financial scandal bubbling underneath, one that threatens to wipe out everything Jackie and Doug Christie have built. Picture this: Jackie Christie, once the image of success, a self-proclaimed entrepreneur and philanthropist, now facing a formal investigation for the alleged mismanagement of funds. The empire she curated so carefully may be crumbling from the inside out. What the public never saw was the double life Jackie was leading, glamorous and polished on TV, but morally murky behind closed doors. And Doug? Right there with her, enjoying the spoils. The Christies have been living large, blowing through cash like there's no tomorrow. Sources claim that over the last 5 years, they've burned through millions on over-the-top vacations, flashy cars, and even stashing funds in offshore accounts. But here's where it really spirals. The financial scandal isn't just about reckless spending, it's about deception on a whole new level. Leaked documents suggest that Jackie and Doug have been quietly funneling money from their various business ventures into private accounts. And to keep it all hidden, under-the-table deals and shady bookkeeping, all designed to bury the truth. According to the report, the Christies have allegedly used their reality TV stardom as a smokescreen to conceal illicit transactions and launder money. The level of audacity is staggering. Jackie, who publicly championed family values and empowerment, was privately orchestrating a scheme fueled by self-interest. And now the anonymous sources are pouring in. Former insiders are stepping into the spotlight, and one in particular, someone who worked closely with Jackie's business team, dropped a jaw-dropping claim: Jackie is a master manipulator. She doesn't just oversee operations, she controls them entirely, down to the financial records. She's made millions exploiting the Christie name while keeping everyone in the dark. But now, the curtain is lifting. That same insider claims Jackie's hunger for wealth drove her to manipulate not just her daughter and husband, but also her friends and business partners. Her empire wasn't built on loyalty, it was built on exploitation. And what about Chantel? Her frustration had been simmering for years. The final straw came with her mother's constant financial manipulation. Chantel had known the truth and waited for the right time to expose it. But it goes deeper. This financial scandal runs wider than expected. Jackie and Doug weren't just mishandling their own money. They allegedly exploited business partners, redirected funds, and lied about their income. The kicker? They pulled it off in plain sight, using their fame and social media clout to push fake charities and bogus ventures. It's enough to make you question everything you thought you knew about reality TV fame. The media's in a frenzy, racing to keep up with every twist, yet so much remains buried. Word is, the FBI has joined the chase, digging into the Christies' finances, and early reports suggest ties to money laundering that reach far beyond their TV fame. It's a deep web of deceit, and Jackie Christie may have sealed her own fate. The public is stunned, and the backlash keeps growing. Now people are rethinking everything about her. Was she ever truly the empowered figure she claimed to be, or just hiding criminal intent behind a polished facade? And then there's the media circus that's only just begun. Jackie, once reality TV royalty, now finds herself at the heart of a financial scandal. Headlines label her the queen of deception and the biggest fraud in the genre. Social media is ablaze with memes, rumors, and public outrage. And Chantel? She's not just watching, she's thriving. With every new scandal and leak, she's right there, witnessing her mother's downfall. But the most striking shift is in public perception. Jackie, once adored by fans, is now branded a fake. The same audience that once celebrated her is now demanding the truth. In an age ruled by social media, reputation is everything, and Jackie's is in a nosedive. But the bigger question looms: is this the final chapter for Jackie Christie, or the start of something even darker? Chantel, it seems, isn't finished. Sources claim Chantel still holds more recordings and documents that could completely dismantle Jackie and Doug's world. Are there more tapes, more secrets, more revelations yet to surface? If Chantel stays the course, this could be a prolonged and brutal takedown. With each new reveal, the damage to Jackie deepens. Insiders even suggest Chantel is already plotting her own rise, using the Christie collapse as a launch pad for a media career. Will she be the next reality TV sensation, or is she simply riding the wave of scandal to carve out her own fame? One thing's clear: Jackie Christie's downfall is still unfolding. In fact, the drama is only intensifying as new revelations surface, putting the entire Christie empire at risk of collapse. Let's unpack the fallout from what's quickly becoming one of the most jaw-dropping scandals in recent memory. The heat is rising for Jackie, Doug, and the rest of the family, and this is starting to look like more than just a fleeting controversy. This could spiral into a full-scale legal disaster for the Christies. With the investigation now reaching federal levels and the FBI officially involved, their celebrity status won't be enough to bury the truth. Jackie and Doug Christie's finances are being dissected, and their years of unchecked luxury, shady, business decisions, and concealed income are catching up fast. Meanwhile, Chantel Christie's leaked recordings have only fueled the fire. She's emerged as a central player in the scandal and is now widely seen as the whistleblower. What began as quiet murmurs of trouble has erupted into a full-blown exposé. Chantel's audio tapes have uncovered more than just financial misconduct. They've unleashed a wave of buried family secrets. Rumors of dirty money, unlawful investments, and underhanded deals now surround Jackie Christie, casting a dark shadow over the carefully curated persona she's upheld for years. These bombshells go beyond humiliation. They could lead to serious legal consequences. So what's next for Jackie and Doug Christie? The fallout is already unfolding, and the outlook is grim. Jackie, especially, is under fire, struggling to uphold her image as a self-made mogul who built her empire from the ground up. But the truth is, she's been propped up by illusions, and now that facade is collapsing fast. The public's response has been brutal. Once admiring fans are now questioning everything they believed about her. Social media is in uproar, flooded with shock, disbelief, and outrage. A comeback for Jackie Christie seems nearly impossible. And this goes far beyond losing followers or fame. With federal investigators involved, the possibility of criminal charges looms large. Allegations of money laundering, fraud, and tax evasion now threaten to bring real consequences for both Jackie and Doug Christie. These accusations are no small matter, and if proven true, the consequences could be devastating. While formal charges haven't been filed yet, the walls are closing in, and a courtroom showdown seems inevitable. Just the cost of defending themselves could wipe out their fortune. But the spotlight is on Jackie. Will she be the one to take the fall? With Chantel's recordings stacking up as damning evidence, things aren't looking good. Still, Jackie isn't backing down. Insiders reveal she's already reached out to elite criminal defense attorneys, preparing to go on the offensive and fight tooth and nail to protect her legacy. Doug Christie's once pristine image is now hanging by a thread. The quiet, supportive husband narrative isn't holding up under the weight of federal scrutiny. If the investigators find that he had knowledge of or participated in the alleged financial schemes, Doug could be looking at the same legal consequences as Jackie, or worse. Silence in this case won't protect him. If he was complicit or knowingly benefited from fraud, the law won't treat him as a bystander. The heat is rising on both ends of the power couple, and what once seemed like a tightly managed brand is unraveling fast. Absolutely, Chantel Christie has effectively rewritten her role in the public eye. Once seen as the overshadowed daughter, she's now the central figure in one of the biggest reality TV scandals to date. By exposing the truth, she's gained a level of autonomy and influence that was likely denied to her for years. Yes, some critics label her a traitor, but many see her as a whistleblower standing up against manipulation, abuse, and corruption, even at the cost of her family ties. Her courage to come forward, especially with the kind of damning evidence she's provided, has earned her both scrutiny and support. The scandal surrounding the Christie family has completely destroyed their carefully built image. The audios and documents leaked by Chantel didn't just reveal financial corruption, they exposed Jackie's true character, a woman who manipulated her family and business partners for years. Now that the FBI is involved, it seems inevitable that both Jackie and Doug will face serious consequences. Public trust is shattered, social media is filled with outrage, and their once glamorous brand is now synonymous with fraud and deception. Chantel, once silent, has become the most powerful figure in this story. All eyes are on her. Will she testify against her own mother in court, or release even more damaging evidence? This scandal is no longer just a media circus. It's a turning point that could bring the entire Christie empire crashing down. Celebrity endorsements have vanished, sponsorships are drying up, and major networks are cutting ties with the Christie family. Studio executives are reportedly backing out of existing deals, canceling contracts, and distancing themselves from Jackie and Doug entirely. Once celebrated as reality TV royalty, the Christies are now seen as the embodiment of everything wrong with the entertainment industry. Their supposed self-made empire has been exposed as a structure built on manipulation and dishonesty. As federal investigations continue and legal trouble mounts, It's clear that Jackie and Doug will have to answer for their actions. The future of their legacy now rests in Chantel's hands. Her involvement in exposing the truth could either end their careers completely or leave a narrow path to redemption, though at this point, that path seems unlikely. Jackie's fame, once her greatest asset, can no longer shield her from the fallout. The world is watching her fall, one scandal at a time. With each new revelation, Jackie Christie's chances of a comeback grow dimmer. This is no ordinary tabloid scandal. It's a real-life implosion of a carefully curated empire, leaving behind broken trust, fractured relationships, and a trail of legal peril. The truth is now public, and the fallout is impossible to ignore. Jackie's brand has crumbled, her image is tarnished, and the once unshakable foundation of the Christie family is in ruins. The big question now is whether justice will catch up with her, or if she'll manage to escape accountability once again. And what role will Doug and Chantel play as this story continues to unfold? One thing is certain, the drama isn't over yet, and the next chapter could be even more explosive. What do you think? Is this truly the end of Jackie Christie's reign, or just another storm she'll somehow weather? Are Chantel's audios the final nail in the coffin, or is there still more truth buried beneath the surface? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If this deep dive left your jaw on the floor, make sure to like, share it with your friends, and hit that subscribe button for more unfiltered behind-the-scenes revelations that the big networks won't touch. This story is far from over, and trust me, you'll want to be here for every twist. Stay sharp, stay curious, and remember, in the world of fame and fortune, the truth is often stranger than fiction.